Hello, class. This is Dr. Rob Thompson, your English teacher for the year, for the semester. Look forward to working with you in English 2130. Hopefully you're a fan of American literature, and look forward to reading some great stuff and talking about it and discussing it and writing about it and doing all those fun things we do in an English class. I do want to take a few minutes here at the beginning and walk you through the course on Blackboard. Just to kind of give you an orientation. If you're familiar with Blackboard, this won't be as important to you, but if you are not familiar with an online class, if you haven't taken one, or if you're not very comfortable with English or internet, whatever you might not be comfortable with, hopefully this will help you become more comfortable. This is the home page. Oh, actually, that's not the home page. This is the home page. And this is, you know, if it were me, I wouldn't use this stuff at all, quite frankly. I would navigate using this over here. Of course, I have some extra things on here that you don't have because I'm the teacher. I can go to the student preview here and show you exactly what you see. But anyway, I would use all this here. I wouldn't fool with all this. I will caution you here. Sometimes it'll give you a due date. It'll say something is upcoming, something is due, or something is past due. Ignore that. It may or may not be accurate. I don't know. I don't control what's over here. Okay, I control what's over here, and this is what I know you need to worry about. Of course, the announcements you hopefully have already seen, and I will post things there from time to time, and I will usually have that email to you. I try to always have an announcement email to you in addition to posting it here in the announcements. Let's start off, though, with the syllabus and schedule. The syllabus, of course, is what it is, and you certainly want to read the syllabus and you know, learn about the course and the syllabus. Anytime you have a question about the course, consult the syllabus. The textbook is free online. I provide you everything you need in Blackboard. Of course, you see what we're doing here, reading and talking about the themes and ideas and the history and all that. Notice the attendance policy. Basically, of course, this is an online course, so you're not expected to attend per se, and we never have any set times where we all get together. But I do consider attendance to be turning things in on time on the two unofficial class days, which are Tuesdays and Fridays. Every Tuesday and Friday, for the most part, we will have things due. Sometimes other days, but for the most part, just Tuesdays and Fridays. You know, sometimes I get emails, is it too late to turn this in? The answer is always no. It's never too late. You can always turn in late work. It's penalized 10 points per class day, or 20 points a week with a maximum 40-point deduction. So after 2 weeks, it's a 40-point deduction no matter what, and you can turn it in even if it's, you know, 2 months late. And so that's the late work penalty. And this is the way the grades are broken down. Your daily work, which we'll have, you know, quite a bit of. There's work to do, you know, in regards to the literature, discussion boards and assignments, that kind of thing. Keep in mind, we do not have class. So you have to do more at home than you might, you know, have to do in a regular, traditional face-to-face class. But anyway, all that's 40% of your grade. Your research paper we'll have in the first couple of months is 20% of your grade. There'll be another essay, which is 15%. An independent novel assignment, I'll talk more about that later, is 15%. And then the final exam is 10%. Otherwise, this is just standard GNTC stuff, and I don't think I need to get into all of that. But the schedule here is really more important, in my opinion. I recommend, of course, I've clicked on it and it's downloaded, and I've got to go down here and click on it again. We have to make it the most complicated it can be. It's popping up here on my other screen, which you can't see, so I've got to wait for it to download. The joys of technology, and then I'm going to click on Enable Editing, and then see if I can move it. Yeah, I'm going to move this over here so you can see it. If I were you, I would print this out. And this is the most important, you know, thing as far as what's due when. You'll notice here are the days for Tuesdays and Fridays, you know, 2 days a week. Of course, taking spring break off, and this is what's due on those days. It is either, say, a discussion board or an assignment, and I'll get into that in a second. Notice for the discussion boards, like if this discussion board is due on for the 14th, Tuesday the 14th. However, you need to make your initial post on Monday the 13th. So, because if we all wait to the last minute on discussion boards, we obviously can't relate to each other. We can't discuss with each other. We can't reply to each other. And part of the requirement for discussion boards is that you reply to 2 of your classmates, in addition to making an initial post in which you respond to the prompt that I asked. So you need to read the literature and make your initial post, your initial thoughts, the day before. And that's what these stars indicate, these asterisks, however you say that word. They indicate that the initial post is due the day before, and then on this date, the 14th, 17th, etc., that's when you need to have done everything, including responding to at least 2 classmates. But anyway, it's pretty self-explanatory, I think. But again, if I were you, I would print this out and really consult this throughout the semester. This is what you want to pay attention to for due dates, not, this information here on the home page, which again may or may not be accurate. Pay attention to the schedule. The lessons and of course, I don't complicate things. It's pretty straightforward. Here are your lessons. Notice your first thing is an introductory discussion board, and it tells you what to do. Click on the discussion boards, and then it'll say, and then go to the one that we're talking about. In this case, introduction. It gives you all the directions here, how long it should be. Pay attention to the length. Those are not suggestions. That's a requirement, 130 to 170 words. And then click on introduction, create thread, and you just start, making your initial post. And then again, you have to go back and respond to at least 2 of your classmates by the day it's due. In this case, by Friday of this week. And so the lessons, it just goes in order. Now, this guide to literary analysis writing is the same thing that's here. You do need to read this carefully. You need to understand how to analyze literature in writing. You need to use that skill throughout the semester. Obviously, this is a literature class, and we'll do quite a bit of writing about literature. So, but there's nothing due for this. You just need to read it and understand it. So after you do the introductory lesson here, then you need to go down to theme 1, the American Dream, and then lesson 1, etc. Go all the way to the end, and of course you click on the folder, and it gives you more information and due dates and all that. And then when you're finished with it, you go to theme 2, and then you write your research paper. There's this little thing here is easy, and then you just follow all the way through. Now, this special assignment relates to the independent novel assignment. Let me discuss that real quick. The independent novel assignment is an entire full-length novel that you need to read in the course. You notice it's not due until the very end, April 28th. And you have, a week before that with nothing due. But if you're a slow reader, if you're an unenthusiastic reader, you certainly don't want to put this off to the last minute. If you can read a book in a week, then I guess that's fine. You have a week, here to do it. But for a lot of you, I don't read that fast either. I don't know that I'd want to read an entire book in a week. So you need to pick the book early. That's why the special assignments on here, going back to the lessons, just to indicate what book you want to read. By this point, by Sunday, March 8th, you need to have looked over the list of novels. Here are your choices, and you must choose a novel that's on the list. You can't you can't choose anything else. It has to be on the list. And I've clicked on it, but I'm not going to show it to you. You can look at it on your own. And then there's a writing assignment here that you have to complete once you have finished reading your novel. And so that's a big assignment, 15% of your final grade. It's due at the end of the semester. But anyway, so do pay attention to that. Otherwise, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Due dates and keep up with your work. Of course, my email address is rthompson@gntc.edu. I'm sure that's on the syllabus. My office is here on the Gordon County campus. I think it's room 105. It's behind room 104. The classroom is 104, and then my office is 105 in the back of that classroom. I'm Mondays and Wednesdays, I'm not here at all. Actually, I'll be here in the afternoon. But I won't be here a lot during the days, on other days as well, because I have responsibilities on other campuses and in Floyd County high schools. I teach dual enrollment in those high schools. So I would recommend making an appointment with me if you want to talk to me. But certainly, I would love to meet you. I'd love to help you any way I can. Of course, I always recommend the GNTC writing tutors. They're very knowledgeable very willing to help you, especially when you get to the research paper. If you have not written a research paper in a while, I've done my best to explain it, and there's a lot of information on here about the paper. There's a video that I recorded about it that I recommend you watch. But if you're having trouble with it, you might want to visit me or a tutor. If you do not write a research paper, if you do not have a works cited page, if you do not have internal citations, you will get a 0 on that. It is a requirement of the course that you at least attempt to write a research paper. And so if you turn in something that's not a research paper, that does not have MLA stuff in it, then I will have no choice but to give you a 0, and then you can rewrite it. Of course, it'll be late at that point, but you can rewrite it. And that's 20% of your grade, so you don't want to play around with it. So if you're not comfortable with a research paper, just be aware that is coming up, and that is something you have to focus on and address. Anyway, I do appreciate your attention today, and I've enjoyed talking to you. I look forward to working with you this semester. Please holler if you have any questions, and I hope you have a wonderful semester and a wonderful day. Thank you.